So today I want to do a overview wine region 101 basically, and we're going to talk about the American heavyweight California. So California is actually the fourth largest producer in the world of wine, which is absolutely wild when you consider that it's just one state. And it does produce 90% of American wine. Something that most people don't realize though is it does stretch far beyond Napa Valley. We all know about Napa, but Napa only actually produces about 4% of California wine. So there's a lot more going on there than just Napa Valley. So a brief history, wine in California started back in about the 1760s, late 1760s, with some Spanish missionaries that traveled there to plant grapes, mainly for church wine to use for communion. And then the gold rush happened in the late 1800s, and suddenly there was this real demand for wine. Things started shifting up into Northern California. But then the moment that really put California on the map was in 1976, something called the Judgment of Paris. It was this blind tasting where California wines were pitted up against the top French wines, and both California won in the red and white categories, and that's what really put California on the map for the rest of the world, seriously. So why does California work well for wine? A big part of it is the Pacific Ocean. It keeps things cooler and moderates the climate. So especially with this morning fog that rolls in, and it'll kind of protect the grapes from that as well. Slower ripening is what helps wines keep their freshness instead of just turning heavy and overripe. The state is broken into 5 main regions. Sorry for my terrible drawings. The Central Coast, North Coast, Inland Valley, Sierra Foothills, and Southern California. And within these broad regions, there are 154 unique different AVAs, each with very distinct microclimates and soils, and they all have their own little personality. If you are just now getting into California wine, you're probably going to hear people compare Napa and Sonoma, both in the North Coast. Napa is known for bigger, richer wines, so think Cabernet Sauvignon with those deep, dark fruit flavors, blackcurrant plum, a little more intensity. Sonoma is right next to it. It's more relaxed in style though, so you'll get great quality, but the wines tend to feel a little fresher, a little lighter, especially known for Pinot Noir and Chardonnay from cooler areas like Russian River. If you want something that feels a little more approachable price-wise, you can look at places like Lodi or Alexander Valley to get some of that California style without the Napa price tag. I personally like Paso Robles, which is in the Central Coast as well, so you can definitely check those out. If you found this helpful or have more questions or want me to go deeper, definitely leave a comment or ask me a question in the comments or DM.